It's time once again for another thrilling and inspiring season of Force on Force. The military, the honor, the fish. Welcome to Season 8.
Look at that fish! Yeah! Whoa! No! You don't stick! Get on the ground! Test off! Are you kidding me right now? Air Force! You lose, Air Force! Yeah! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about! Yeah! Yes! Boom, baby! That's what I'm talking about! Brother, that's what I'm talking about, man!
This is Force on Force, a bracket-style tournament featuring the branches of our military head-to-head on the water. Each event is a 4-hour matchup. This compressed competition forces the anglers to adapt and overcome quickly. Commanding Officer Cody Robertson issues the rules of engagement for each competition in the TOC, the Tactical Operations Center. The anglers fight for bragging rights and also to raise money and awareness for the military nonprofits. Support, defend, fish. The site for this year's tournament is Lake Holbrook in East Texas. Here are your competitors for this semifinal matchup. Alpha Team consists of defending champion Army bass angler Don Brunson paired with Air Force bass angler Eddie Wooldridge. Bravo Team is another Army Air Force tandem, William Taggart and Matthew Hazel.
You guys ready for this? Okay. I got to dethrone you, Don. I can't help it.
Yeah.
But I got to dethrone you, man.
Not gonna happen,
You're going to be a champion. What? We're going to have one two-time
I
champion.
hate you drove all the way from Alabama to drive back.
You can't have two-time champions.
I'm going to have to tear you up again today, so.
All right, bring it in nice and tight. Welcome back to Force on Force, the semifinals. All right, nothing has changed. You now have in addition to your combat basic load from eliminating the previous round. So you have all that equipment to use now for your next round of this competition. The rules of engagement, the basic load, like I said, has not changed. You just acquired all of it from the previous team that you eliminated. It is still a 4-hour operation. 5 fish limit, they must be 12 inches in order to count, and safety. There's a beautiful day out here. There should be no issues, no wind like the previous rounds, but it is really cold. So make sure you bundle up for those rides across the water. All's good to go. Bringing in for your G2 Intelligence Lake Report.
Lake Holbrook lost its wind but replaced it with a big drop in temperatures. Cold fronts and fishing, not usually a good combination. The day will start out at 34 degrees on its way up to 50. Light winds with no gusts and a falling barometer will test our anglers today.
You guys have any questions at this time?
No, sir.
You guys have any questions at this time?
No, sir.
All right, shake hands, move out, draw fire, and let's fish. Hole.
Oh, we're about to go put a whooping on these boys. That's what's about to happen.
It is going up right well today, my friend. We're going to go deep first and stay there, working back and forth. They don't stand a chance. It's time to all the way to the championship.
Are we ready to go?
I was born ready.
All right.
Yeah, boy.
So,
Good luck to you.
good luck.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Good luck. You're going to need all you can
We're the
get.
best. We got to beat the best. You got to go down sometime.
You're going to need all the luck you can get today, I
Yeah.
promise
Hey.
you that.
Get on it, brother. Hold on. Whoa.
Well, that's kind of funny.
Well, he said he was going to go right, but I didn't know he was going to come right in behind me, which is fine. I got no issue with it. I just didn't want him to try to beat me to this place I'm on right now. That's the reason why I came right and stayed straight at it. Fish hanging. All right. This is it.
Yes, sir. When you see that on the Lowrance graph, That gets your
Fish
heart
there.
pumping right there in the
Fish
morning.
there.
That ain't the coffee. That ain't the coffee.
That's fish.
That's fish.
No specks of fish. All right, so we're gonna throw a Carolina rig with a little Rage Hog, watermelon red. I'm gonna let my partner get up here and start because I didn't dip the tail yet, so I'm gonna dip the tail in a little chartreuse dipping dye. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of liquid mayhem on this thing.
I'm doing the same thing. I'm throwing Candy Crawl, seeing if it's a Rage Hog as well. Just trying to see if what we can get them fired up on. Slow and low is making the right approach because if these fish are anything like me, this cold weather kind of locks me up, so probably does about the same to them. Uh-oh. Okay, it's okay. It's gonna be one of those scenarios.
You tap it and turn it loose.
Mm-hmm. It's all right. It's all right. I'll play that game. I got trigger happy.
Force on Force is brought to you by Lose, by Skeeter Boats, by Impact Jigs, by Liquid Mayhem, and by Fish Grips. This is a semi-final matchup for Force on Force. Now let's take a look back at how Alpha and Bravo teams made it to the Final Four. Don Brunson is one of the defending champions, but in the first round he had to face his partner from Season 7, Dante Gray. The 4-hour event forces a quick identification of a successful pattern. Brunson and Air Force bass angler Eddie Wooldridge found it. The duo pulled in 3 keepers, averaging about 1.5 pounds each, and were easily able to defeat Dante Gray and teammate Adam Moore, who only had 1 keeper. In the other first-round matchup on this half of the bracket, Air Force bass angler Mike Carroll joined Marine bass angler David Dannell. They caught 1 fish weighing just over 2 pounds. It was a nice keeper on a tough weather day in a half-day tournament, but not enough to overcome a 4-keeper onslaught from Army's William Taggart and Air Force's Matthew Hazel. They caught 4 keepers and returned to the talk to report 5.62 pounds, which was the largest weight on this half of the bracket, a fact that has today's Alpha team concerned.
I think they were flipping the reeds is what I think they were doing yesterday. So, I mean, they came in behind us and cut over towards the shallows. And so there's a bunch of reeds back there in the back of that cut, that cove. So maybe they found something up in there chasing in those reeds. Yesterday they ended up catching a little more fish than we did. But that's simply because I think we figured this out a little later.
It wasn't that we weren't on some fish, we just weren't on the right fish until we figured this out yesterday. Oh, there you go. Net?
Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah, buddy. I knew it was just
That's all I got, brother.
just making sure. He's 12.
He's 12, he's aware. Mouth closed. Oh yeah, 13 and some change, brother. All right, let's get him weighed up. $1.30. And there he is, with the fish clip. Easy way to weigh him up. All right, little guy, thanks for the tug. See you. Oh, we got him in the boat just now.
Hopefully we'll keep
So if we
breaking
just
it.
keep going. Now we need a couple kickers, but we need to get 5 first. Once we get 5, then we'll go look for the big one.
Man, if we get 10 pounds today,
We're golden.
I'll be smiling ear to ear.
Yeah. I will tell you that if we get 5 fish that weigh
8.5.
Yeah, 8 pounds, we will probably win today. And a lot of people will think, well, ain't no, it's no weight. Well, as tough as this fishing's been, that'll be all right today, because I can assure you, if they're not out deep today fishing and they're gonna flip those reeds, I don't think they're gonna catch much up in there, especially where this water, this temperature dropped last night. I don't think they're gonna push up in there.
Them shallow fish running around right now looking for jackets. They ain't worried about eating.
So what the game plan is today, while he's working the crankbait to see if there's any active fish on the outside, I'm gonna work the grass slow.
We're gonna kind of hit 2 speeds, try to do 2 different things, try to figure
See
it
if we
out.
can lock something in. Well, you got submerged grass that I observed yesterday, and I'm like, okay, this grass is submerged. We were pitching against the cane brush there. It wasn't getting too much effect, but once we got out in the water was about 3 to 4 foot, and the submerged grass, that's where they were sitting yesterday. I'm hoping they're sitting there today. So yeah, you gotta go look at it. Even though from a far distance you can't see that submerged grass, you gotta go check it out. See the grass, them bass like to get up in that grass when it gets cold, so it'll hold some heat.
The men of Force on Force use certified Arkansas baitfish in a variety of ways, such as stocking their ponds at home.
Hello, my name is William Tager. We're here today in preparation for the Army Bass Anglers 5th Annual Kids Fishing Derby. And we're here to demonstrate how we're putting these certified Arkansas bait fish that are healthy, hardy, and safe. The reason I do that is so my fish stay healthy, so that I know that they are disease-free and don't have to worry about my fish getting killed off, so that the kids will have plenty of fish to catch.
Force on Force is brought to you by Lowrance, by Strike King, by Underwater Green Lights, and by G2 Gemini.
My 2 mentors, one is military-wise. I've had a lot of mentors along the way. However, my military mentor is my current boss right now, Sergeant Procaccino. He's the one that really sat me down and realized where I'm at within my career and the possibilities of where I could go and what I need to do and the steps I should be taking. But my mentor that has always been my mentor since I was born is my dad. I look up to him. He's the one that got me into fishing, and he's taught me how to be a man in a sense, and I will continue to look up to him and take his support and his mentorship. He supports everything I do and every decision I make and always has my back.
The day is proving to be a tough one on the water. A big cold front moved in overnight and the fish are responding accordingly. Bravo team is still looking for fish number 1. They don't know that Alpha team only has 1 fish, one small keeper weighing nearly 1 1/3 pounds. When the fishing is tough, conversation tends to drift toward other tedious tasks.
So what was the story you were telling about at breakfast this morning? Were you to do KP all the time?
The reason I don't like cooks in the Army, because when I first come in the Army, had to do KP duty, like all young Joes generally have to do. But when I found out what they had to do, and what we had to do was wash the pots and pans, I'm like, wait a minute. They don't come down and pull maintenance on my tanks when I use them. So why am I washing their pots and pans, and that's their job?
Yeah.
So I never did care for cooks that much, because I'd watch them sit there and cook and make all the pans dirty, and they didn't care how dirty they were because they didn't have to wash them.
Right.
So
Yeah, I remember basic training. KP duty wasn't fun, but we enjoyed it for the simple reason you could take your time and eat the meal that you're doing KP for, and you did a good job, get a dessert.
I don't remember all that
You
good
didn't
stuff.
have to rush around. Yeah, it's changed a lot since then too, I'm sure. Oh, sorry.
Okay, that's a start. See, that's what I told you. It's a friggin' sweet spot. Okay, that worked.
Pecking at it like a brim, I apologize.
That's all right.
You know, we need bigger ones. Bigger
Yep.
ones.
That was our sign, though. That's what we need to see. Is it the color they want, and are we in the spot? So we're going to work the living daylights out of this.
While Bravo gets set to thoroughly attack that grass line, Alpha is trying to add to the small lead they own and battling the elements just like everyone on this cold day on Lake Holbrook.
I got one cold toe. One. Ain't no other. My big toe on my left foot's cold. Nothing else cold.
Both my big toes are cold.
I think a drop of water got through my shoe or something right on top of my big toe.
Watch out. Watch out.
Gotta go.
Yeah, that's my twist up. Let's see, I still got a bait.
He just wadded you up.
Yeah, he wasn't big.
This is a fish?
You got fish? That little old perch sitting in that dadgum branch, and it pulls your weight loose, pulls your bait loose.
I was going to say, if I was pulling on that thing and it started going over to the side, I said, man, if that is a fish, he is lazy. That is a...
It's time for a new game plan.
Well, since they kind of turned off, I think here we're catching one. What I'm going to do is, if I have to run and gun, I'm going to run and gun, but I'm going to run and gun to these different points. If we pick up a fish here, come back, pick up a fish there, if that's what it takes, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to run across the lake, go to that other point, and see if we can pick one up over there, or two or three, or hopefully I won't, but we'll see.
So Alpha is on the move, and guess what? That promising grass line for Bravo, well, it didn't pan out either. They are moving as well.
Okay, let's make that move. We're gonna head to a new spot that he pre-fished, and we'll see what's happening since now we can probably get over there without having to fight the wind as bad.
We've all had days like this. Not the best conditions, the fish are lethargic, and worst of all today, they are camera shy. As we head into the final segment of this competition, someone will catch a fish, and the winner will be determined by a fraction of a pound. Force on Force is brought to you by Certified Arkansas Bait Fish, by Wiley X, by Power Pole, and by Hook, Line, and Barbecue. These are the final moments of one of the more brutal force-on-force competitions in recent memory. Both teams are struggling. With less than 30 minutes left in the tournament, Bravo team has no fish. Alpha team has one, weighing 1.3 pounds.
It's gonna make for some slow shows, brother.
The only thing better than having only one small fish to report to Commanding Officer Cody Robertson is two small fish.
Yeah, he's on there.
There you go.
Head. He was dragging it around.
He's 12.
Yeah, he was moving around.
He's a keeper.
He's got to be 12. I don't think that's 12.
Yeah, he's 12.
Okay. Oh, he does, barely.
Yeah. You got to write this stuff down. 0.83.
Let's end it here. A merciful end to a very tough day.
I sure didn't think it was going to go down like that, man.
No, sir, I didn't either. And as they say in show business, that's a wrap.
As the teams head into the talk for the after-action review, this is usually the time for some epic smack talk. But notice the tone of both teams who know they haven't brought much to report. They also don't bring the usual punch in their commentary to each other.
I hope you caught a big sack of fish, because that's what it's going to take to win today.
Oh, man, don't worry about that.
A big sack.
Have you ever not seen me catch fish, dude? Here comes the beat down. Just go on in there and let's
Okay,
get ready
we'll
to take
see.
it. Come on.
We will see.
Give you that spanking, send you on the way.
I told you what my mission was today.
Yeah,
was to
your
knock you
mission
off that
was-
championship.
your mission is to go
Okay, bring them
home.
on in.
See
Put your
ya.
bowboard basic loads down. Congratulations, you made it to the semifinals and you completed this phase of the operation by making it back on time. With that said, it's a beautiful day. The temperatures have come up. It's gotten better, so the fishing should be better. And we're gonna start off with Sergeant Major Tager and your team. Give us your breakdown.
Okay, what we was going to start today where we ended yesterday, because that's where we caught our most fish. And we started there, and I figured it was, we got one, but it wasn't like it was yesterday. So I said we need to move somewhere to see if we can find something else, because I thought it was a timing event. So we went to another place. Did we catch any over there? No, didn't get a bite. So I said we got to go back where we caught bites. So we got back over there, caught one short there, and then I lost one, and then I got one keeper, and then lost another one.
So you got one, you found a pattern, ran out of time, one keeper for how much?
0.83 pounds.
Okay, 0.83. All right, the previous champ, give us your breakdown.
Well, We started out kind of like Sergeant Major's talking about, with the same plan that we ended with yesterday, because we were on fish and we figured, hey, you know, with the previous thing, we're gonna go back, stay deep. So we're fishing Carolina rigs with, you know, 3-foot leaders on them, dragging them on deep water. And we pull up on the first spot and I make about 3 casts. And, whew, first keeper in the boat.
There's one.
Yep. And so we keep fishing short fish, short fish, short fish. Move to the second spot, no fish. Said let's try something different. We're gonna go a little shallow. We only have this one keeper. We went north. So we caught a few up there. So we were running the bank real fast. One bump on a crankbait, no fish. Come back, end up on the same point. So at the end of the day, 1 fish.
Wait, so let me get this straight. Bunch of fish all day long, found your pattern at the end of the day, 1 fish, 0.83. Yep. Exact same pattern on the lake, different location, 1 fish. We need a drummer. We need somebody here to do a drum roll. Da 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 da. What is it?
1.30.
Oh my
There you go. Congratulations. I knew whenever you weren't talking too much over there. I was like, He only had 1 fish, so it was tough.
All right, congratulations with your squeaker fish.
Yeah.
Grab your bowboard basic load and move out and draw fire.
Never thought that.
Wow.
Woohoo!
They were just real lethargic, real finicky, not really taking baits when we did find them. It was pretty tough conditions. Looking back, hindsight 2020, we probably would have done things a little differently. But we stuck with our guns and lived and died by it, and unfortunately it didn't turn out for the best.
And both of us going, oh Lord, we're going home.
Mm-hmm.
We're done. You know, we're out. 1 bass, 1.3, we're done.
Mm-hmm.
They had 1 fish for 0.83. And I was like, yes,
Yeah.
we're still in.
You'll figure.
By the grace of God.
We were already putting our stuff away.
Cast and crew of Force on Force stay at the scenic 515 Cabins in Yantis, Texas, right off of Lake Fork. Convenient to great fishing and hospitality that will make you want to come back again and again. Make Scenic 515 Cabins your go-to place to stay when you visit East Texas. Log on to scenic515cabins.com to book your stay. Thanks for watching Force on Force.